Hello, it's Friday, July 17th. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 14 of What's Happening in Myanmar, a show from the Frontier Myanmar podcast family. I'm your host, Nick Dunlop. This week in Myanmar, ASEAN met with the junta's foreign minister, sparking a warning from the National Unity Government, heavy resistance losses in Magway region with deadly airstrikes on civilians continuing, and the United Nations is investigating reports of another Rohingya boat tragedy. The UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, and the International Organization for Migration said that more than 500 people are feared dead after two boats carrying mainly Rohingya refugees may have capsized in the Indian Ocean in recent weeks. The boats reportedly departed from Rakhine State in late June, carrying Rohingya from camps in Bangladesh's Cox's Bazar district. One vessel, carrying about 250 people, lost contact after departure, while another with around 280 people reportedly sank off Ayeyarwady region on July the 8th. The UN agencies said the incidents remain unconfirmed. UNHCR spokesperson Matthew Saltmarsh said the incidents reflect a broader pattern, with nearly 300 people reported missing or drowned in the Andaman Sea and Bay of Bengal this year before the latest incidents. The UN called last year the deadliest on record for Rohingya fleeing by sea to Malaysia and Indonesia, a tragedy driven by worsening conditions in refugee camps in Bangladesh and renewed conflict in Rakhine State. The Burma Rohingya Organisation UK accused the Arakan Army of involvement in human trafficking and facilitating the departures, allegations the group has made without providing independent evidence. The AA has previously faced accusations of abuses against Rohingya civilians, while rights groups have also documented long-standing abuses by Myanmar's military. For the first time since the 2021 coup, ASEAN foreign ministers held an informal meeting with the Myanmar regime's foreign minister, Magway, in Bangkok. During the talks, the regime's delegate offered an update on imprisoned state councillor Aung San Suu Kyi, claiming the 81-year-old was being looked after like a sister. In response, Philippine Foreign Secretary Teresa Lazaro, the current ASEAN envoy on Myanmar, proposed a meeting to verify Aung San Suu Kyi's health, a request the junta has so far denied. ASEAN ministers reaffirmed their commitment to their 5-point consensus adopted in April of 2021, with Thai Foreign Minister Sihasak Pungat Gao saying the bloc had concrete expectations for its implementation. This engagement was followed by news that junta leader Min Aung Hlaing will make an official visit to Thailand next month, his second to an ASEAN nation since he was appointed junta president in April. The visit comes as Thailand seeks to address pressing cross-border issues, including river pollution from Chinese-run mines in Wa territory and ongoing security concerns. The parallel National Unity Government responded cautiously. In a statement, it acknowledged Thailand's right to engage on matters of national interest, but strongly warned against processes that would legitimize the junta. The NUG called for a balanced, coherent and genuinely inclusive approach to Myanmar that involves all stakeholders, arguing that separate, unequal engagements undermine the goal of establishing a federal democratic union in the country. In Magway region's Chout Township, 23 fighters from the Magway District People's Defense Force were killed last Friday during an ambush on a 300-strong military column. Sources say most were killed by a regime airstrike after drones located their positions. In Sagaing region, the leader of the Student Revolutionary Force escaped the custody of an NUG-affiliated PDF. In the same township on Saturday, 2 PDF fighters were accused of beating a member of a local defense force unconscious over a debt. In Kachin State, the Kachin Independence Army and the Shani Nationalities Army engaged in a tit-for-tat abduction of civilians, including church pastors. The SNA, which fights alongside the military, detained dozens from the Kachin village in retaliation for the KIA's arrest of 4 Shani Cultural Committee members. All were eventually released after negotiations. After more than 10 years of award-winning journalism, we at Frontier are fighting for our survival. The grants that once supported 2/3 of our operations are no longer available. Despite this, our journalists continue their difficult and dangerous work, but with decreasing resources. Please encourage friends and colleagues to join Frontier so we can continue producing our trademark features, in-depth investigations, and on-the-ground reporting. By joining Frontier, you'll be supporting us to tell the stories that matter and to cut through the noise and reveal what's really happening in Myanmar. Please click the link in the podcast show notes to join us. Thank you. In northern Shan State, tensions are rising over the town of Seni, which sits on a key trade highway to China. Rumors have circulated that the Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army was preparing to hand the town back to the regime, a claim the Kokang group denied at a town hall meeting on Friday. Instead, they announced a plan to appoint civilian administrators from local ethnic communities, a potential step towards self-governance. The tensions follow a declaration from junta leader Min Aung, insisting that border trade can only be managed by sovereign government, putting the MNDAA's control of vital trade routes in direct conflict with Naypyiddaw's ambitions. After a meeting with the junta, the MNDAA released 41 regime prisoners of war as a gesture of goodwill, but reportedly refused to withdraw from Seni. On Tuesday, a junta gyrocopter attack on a tea shop in Canyon Village in Sagaing region killed a pregnant woman. In Magway, a regime airstrike on a regime-run primary school killed a 7th grade student and injured 8 others, one of whom lost a leg. A PDF member said the military may have mistaken the building for a resistance-run school. And that's the latest from Myanmar for this week. I'll be back next week to bring you a roundup of all the stories making the headlines on Friday, July 24th.